Okay. It is Monday. It is Monday. What's up? We're gonna go ahead and just chill. Give the stream just time to breathe. Welcome to CSHR Radio, and welcome to the Unholy Tea. Like I said, we just gonna go ahead and take a few minutes and give the stream time to breathe. Time to breathe, time to breathe.
Nothing changes if nothing changes, man. In order for something to change, there needs to be change.
Say, well, I'm afraid to make a change, and I'd say, well, that's okay. That's understandable. How afraid are you of not making a change? Let's make a little vision of that. You're 35, you hate your job. What's the consequence? You're not motivated. You don't want to get out of bed in the morning. You're starting to get depressed. You're getting bitter. You're getting resentful. You're getting cynical. You're amotivated at work. You're not doing a very good job. And you're starting to shrink. Now play that out for 10 years. You don't change it. You don't fix it. And what happens? You're going to be in the same situation, but 10 years older. And if you can't get out of that situation now, what the hell makes you think you're going to get out of it in 10 years?
You're only seeing what's in front of you. You're not seeing what's above you.
I can't change the beginning, but could I change the middle? Can I edit that story, rewrite that story, and change my entire life?
Everybody's so crippled by decisions, but you never know how the other thing worked out. Let me give you an example. Let's say you don't go to college and you start this business and you were 100% right and it's huge and you're doing so great. Yeah. But because you did that, you had to fly to America for a big meeting and your plane crashed and you died. That would be a bad idea. Or you think you're gonna go to college because it's a good experience and you'll meet people. You can meet people in a business. You're not gonna know. I think people overthink decisions. You'll never know what the alternative would have been. So just pick one and do it.
Change is inevitable. And you are either changing for the worse or changing for the better. You decide.
I hope I do not believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Now listen to me, guys. The transition's going to be hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Go from being on the block, going to be a high school dropout, to getting a GED, the transition is not easy. So what happens? In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any man to transit, listen to me, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. Listen to me very closely. I didn't come in here to tell you you're gonna finish school. I came to ask you what's next. I came to ask you what's next. For me, it's the Nobel Prize.
I always think about other people that's going through a tougher life than I am. What if I had to change places? Would I trade places? You know, there's something I would always say to people from time to time. If I could take out a piece of paper and write down my problems, and you could take out a piece of paper and write down your problems, and we exchange those papers, and I'm thinking I got such a tough life, and you may have a tough life, but I pick up your paper, the one you may have written on, and I'm looking like, wow, I thought I had it bad. And then the other person say, hey, you got it a lot better than I do. You know what I would do? I would say, give me my paper back. I'll take my problems back. The point that I'm saying is this: I didn't put myself in such a pity party position to where I felt, why me? Why not me? Why shouldn't I go through this? See, you have to know, and I believe this even more, there can never be anything good unless there's some bad along the way. There has to be a challenge. There has to be a struggle. There has to be some setbacks. You cannot think in your mind that that's all you're good for is the good things. How good are you when you're at your weakest point in your life? Where are you when you're at the down low of your life? Then what do?
You are either going to evolve or expire. See, everything changes. The economy changes. Relationships changes. We change mentally and emotionally and physically. And you are either dying or you are either living.
How am I a different person than I was this morning when I woke up? The initial reaction would be, I'm not. It's only been like 12 hours. How could I be different? But if I really think about it, what do I now know that I didn't know before? What experiences have I had that my partner self hadn't had when I had just woken up? And if I actually think about it, just like gratitude, I'm creating the frame of my past. I actually can and do see that I am different than my past self, even 12, 13 hours ago, or the night before. And by appreciating that, I now acknowledge that I've changed, which increases my psychological
Mr.
flexibility.
David,
It
Monday
allows me to
nights
see that
are
I'm not the
always
same
at
person,
7
that I am
p.m.
growing, that I am evolving, which is really useful for then thinking of your future self as a different person.
You don't know. Like there's no time machine, there's no future machine. We're all over analyzing everything. Like, how do you know? You don't. Like, this is why I keep trying to push people. The only thing that I know seems practical is, are you happy? Are you happy today? Feels like it's the right thing. Are you like, this is important. You can't analyze. Like, I didn't know that starting a YouTube show for my wine business was going to be the reason that I was going to have a huge investing career. I couldn't see that.
This 30 seconds is your life passing you by, an opportunity to change. It's your prerogative. You want to go down the path you have right now of your life and where it's going. When you see an alternate path, that's not flattering, but climbing up an echelon of remembrance, a possibility where dreams exist, legacy exists, the possibility of change. It's within the grasp of these hands, within the grasp of 30 seconds. It's within you. You have the will. You're here. I know you have the will. You have the intestinal fortitude. You have the will to change.
You only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail.
How do you know true strength when you never tasted forgiveness? When you never was down on your luck? When you were at the bottom? I had to ask myself. And I realized, you got to go through this hell, man. This is it. Because as long as you're living, you got to keep moving.
It all starts with a thought. But changing your thoughts is easy, it's free, can be instant. What's the point of making it complicated? How does that help anyone who says, well, I'm messed up and so hard to change and people can't change? It's like, well, that's not correct. Who taught you that? From the minute you're born, you're changing. Oh, it's long and arduous to recover. No, it isn't. Some people recover like that. Some people don't, but you could be one of the ones that changes your thoughts, changes your feelings, changes your actions after all.
When do you experience the positive emotion that's associated with happiness? The answer is not when you've attained a goal, but when you're pursuing one.
Don't you realize excuses will kill you? It will destroy your well-being. And the more excuses you make, the less effort you're going to give.
There's a million things I've done wrong. It's because I didn't do something that would have sent me somewhere else. But I have no idea. You don't know. You don't.
If you do not apply what you hear and it goes over your head, you will miss your moment.
Nothing changes if nothing changes, man.
So I am well aware. I am well aware that we're running on a different time from most of the other shows here on the Unholy Tea. With that being said, I'm kind of working on a fluid format for Mondays. Kind of working on a format that I'm able to kind of alter around and be able to live life around, because Mondays is one of my days off, and there are things I typically sometimes enjoy doing on Mondays. One approach that we're going to take here on the Unholy Tea is I'm slowing this down. We chopping and screwing this. So being that I'm aware that 7 p.m. my time is typically 2 hours earlier than all the other shows start, sometimes on Mondays, we might run late. We might run some late shows. Like, by late, I mean we might run a little bit longer than an hour. Sometimes on Mondays, these are going to be short. Sometimes we're going to have days like today where I'm going to talk to y'all for a quick second, and then I actually have another clip queued up. It's about 8 minutes and 30 seconds long, but we're going to go ahead and let that run just to let the stream breathe. Let it hit the internet. Let it hit people. So, go ahead. You know, we got the comment section. I'm right here. I'm rocking the comments, but we're going to go ahead and let this next video rock out for another 8.5 minutes, just to, like I said, give the stream time to breathe, hit people news feed. Let's try and see if we can draw some people in.
I didn't get here making excuses. You got to get to the point where it hurts. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. But I'm not going to cry about it. No, I'm not a part of the country club. Nope, I'm not. I don't hang out with them. But I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to get to where they are. Why? Because I owe it to myself. And can't nobody stop me but me. You will not destroy us. You will not defeat us to the day I die. It's your mental toughness, your mental strength. We can, we will, and we must get through this. This is what's so sweet about success. As long as you stay in failure, that, like, you know, you get satisfied with that. When you actually come over to success, it's the same thing. Like, you got to have more and more and more of it. Just like when you're in poverty, you can keep doing it. When you become successful. So I went with the master's degree. Then when I went with the PhD, we came out with an album. I wrote 3 books. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Now I'm at a point where I have this sensational desire for more success. So after I finish with the degree, now I start working out. I'm ready to hit this marathon. Now I got another book coming. Now I'm trying to win a Nobel Peace Prize. Now we're trying to do a reality show. I'm telling you, you would get from the dark side. You get from being a loser, low self-esteem, doubt, and fear. You can find your way on this side, guys. It's sweeter on this side. Many of you have not activated who you are because you don't know what you want. Execution is worship. Execution is worship. Execution is worship. Execution is worship. You get away with a lot of stuff and you start executing. And I'm telling you, if you execute, you're going to be on a whole other level. What do you want? And there are those of you in this room, you are great. You are phenomenal, and you're not walking in it. Accept it. And now let's walk in it. The dream is yours, but you're saying, I'm not worthy of the dream. You're probably not, but it's been given to you anyway. I really don't know what I want. I am not walking in my greatness. My esteem is not where it should be. I'm accepting things that I probably shouldn't accept. And when I leave today, I'm ready to embrace the true me. Listen to me, as you're trying to get to that next level of success, you legitimately have to know what that is if somebody's gonna be able to help you out. Listen to what I'm saying. I knew what I wanted. And the first thing some of you in this room have to do, you've got to get to the place where you know what you want. And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it. That's what I do. I wake up every single day and I go after what I want. But if you don't know what you want, what are you even waking up for? E.T., why am I not fired up? E.T., why am I sleeping in? Because you don't have a reason to get up. You don't have a reason to wake up early in the morning. You don't have a reason to work out. But you better stop making excuses and find a way to win. Because once you start winning, I'm telling you, I can't explain it to you, but doors start opening, opportunities start happening. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit during the process. You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. And when you become a winner, they start seeing you with winners. And so I need you to create a culture of winning. And do me a favor, you don't have to win at a whole bunch of stuff. Just win one day at a time. You cannot give up. What you got to do is, you heard it. Champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank. That's the difference between the greats. That's what separates them. When they don't have no more. When it's over, when they're tired, when they're frustrated, when they're ready to give up, when they spent their last dime, that's when they get started. Are you hearing me? It's when you have nothing left. It's when you depleted all your money, when all your energy gone, when you have nothing left, that's when it's showtime. When you find a way out of no way, when you find breath that you don't have, when you find energy that did not exist, when you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way. I wish I could tell you you tired, go take a break. I wish I could tell you it's gonna get easier. I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's gonna get lighter. The weight is gonna get light. I wish I could tell you that, but that's not the truth. The truth is you gotta find something within. So I need you to do me a favor, guys. I need you to win. Until you know what you want, you will not get good rest. If you don't know what you want, and you've not begun to live yet. You gotta find something within, and that's gotta push you, and that's gotta elevate you, and that's gotta drive you, and that's gotta move you. And when you find out what your why is, and your why gotta be deeper than you, when you find your why, you don't hit snooze no more. When you find your why, you find a way to make it happen. There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. And I can't explain it, but you better feel me. Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said, I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. Do not say this is going to be a part of my life because somebody told you it was going to be a part of your life. You need to start rejecting some of the stuff people are telling you. You need to stop embracing it. Just because they said it, it doesn't mean it's true for you. Just because you don't believe, just because you're going to be in poverty, just because your marriage ain't going to work out, just because your kids aren't going to be successful. I'm not owning that. That's not my life. And the reason why I say it's my fault, even when it's not my fault, because when I say it's your fault, I give you power. I give you control over my life. And I will never give another human control over my life. It's my fault. It's my problem. I'm coming up with a solution for it. Can we try? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Some of y'all, you don't even try. You don't even try to do it. You've given up before you even tried. I'm taking ownership. You get to determine how you live. You live life on your terms. Go again, will your way through it. Some things you can skill yourself through. Some stuff you gotta will your way through. And when there is no struggle, there is absolutely no progress. I will. Come on, I will. Come on, I will. I must. Some of y'all, you delusional. I just need you to do me a favor. When you are delusional, you can never get the outcomes you want because the premise in which you're operating from is a lie. So you got to work from truth. And some of us don't want to deal with truth because it's so difficult. E.T., you dropped out of school. E.T., you grew up in a certain community. In order for you to be able to do what you need to do like a Tony Robbins, there's some things that you don't have in your arsenal that if you can just admit you don't have it in your arsenal, then you can go get it. But until you admit that you don't have it, you'll never be able to do it. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I just need you to be real. And the reason why a lot of y'all don't want to be real, because some of you would rather be in a lie and at least have a lie than not have anything at all. You already know the reality about that relationship. You already know that job, your boss ain't about to cash you out. You're just scared to quit and start your own business because you don't know if you're going to do well or not. You know you shouldn't. Come on, be honest. You know you still shouldn't be at that job right now. You still shouldn't be at that job, but you're delusional. That one day it's going to be your day. That one day you're going to merge your job and your calling together. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to just leave. Right? Was that the last one, son? Oh, the dream will destroy you. Right? Let it. The first version of Eric Thomas would never be able to stand in front of you guys. The first version of Eric Thomas, the high school dropout, that guy would have never been able to stand here and help you. I had to destroy that Eric Thomas. That Eric Thomas that grew up in Detroit and had like that Detroit mentality, while I love it, it doesn't transfer to every community. I had to let the dream destroy you. Let it strip you. Let it remake and mold you. Don't be afraid. Some of you are afraid. Listen to me. Wherever you from, if that's where you from, if you leave, you can always come back. I promise you. I promise you, when you come back, you can get right back in the conversation. Ain't nothing gonna change. I promise you, whatever world you're from, if you go to other worlds, you can always go back to that world. Are you listening to me? Let it destroy you. So I was talking to a coach yesterday, NBA coach. I've been wanting this opportunity for for a long, long time. And coach called me, right? Let it destroy you. And my natural personality is for real, bro. I want to barter. You know, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I give you this, you give me that. Let's barter. We ain't got necessarily exchange money, but let's barter. So coach hit me up and was like, yo, we love to, we love to have you come to practice. We love to bring you to the game. We like to have you on the jumbo screen. We love to have you come out and the crowd meet you. I was like, that's cool, coach, but I eat now from the NBA. I could have been in any Alabama game. I ain't been to none. I don't do that, coach. I need to check. I hit C, like, C, I need this letter. Will you write this for me? I'm gonna send it. Destroyed me, meaning that, you know how hard it was to send that letter? Because I understood if I sent that letter, that letter was only gonna do one or two things. That's what you're scared of. You scared to get to the real answer. Once I sent my man that letter, only two things gonna happen. One, he gonna pay me, or two, he gonna say, no, thank you. That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid to get to the real answer. And yes, while it hurt, I let it destroy me, meaning what? Every time I do it, it's that much easier for me to do it. And what I had to think about was, yo, bro, if you don't want to pay me and you know what I do, then that means you looking out for you. Why? Because you getting a check. That's what I love about folk, bro. You getting a check. You making millions as a coach. If you really think I'm as good as you think I am, and you just told me what I could do for the team, if you getting a check every time they do better, then why wouldn't you give me a check and bring me in? So really, you showing your hand. What you're really telling me is you don't really value me, because if you really value me, you cut the check. But what you tell me is I have to talk to front office. You ain't got to talk to front office. You got juice. So do me a favor, let it destroy you. The version of you that you are right now is a blessing, but it won't take you to the next level. What got you here won't take you there. So let the dream destroy you, tear you down, redefine you, build you back up, make you stronger. But it first starts with a sound, right? There's this sound that I hear, and that sound moves me. All right, that sound moves me. So this was a sound that I heard years ago. And there are times in my life where I just stop and I play this sound because it does something for me internally. It moves me. Write that down. The very first thing that needs to happen to you every single day is you need to be moved. You need to be moved. Whatever it is that you can do literally to incite it. Listen to me very closely. When I say find something that moves you, what most of you do wrong is you're waiting for something to move you. Instead of creating the thing every day that moves you. And the reason why I say find something that moves you, because what separates humans is our effort. There's some of us, we give 70% to what we do. Some of us 80%, some of us 90%, some of us 100%, some of us 120%. And so when you move and you are moved, it allows you to operate at a whole different level. Look, I don't know what it is. I'm telling you though, stop waiting for something to move you and move yourself. Like every day, move yourself. So in the morning, move yourself. In the afternoon, move yourself. At night, move yourself. Stop waiting for life to move you and you move you. Like be very intentional and very deliberate about moving yourself. That's number one. Look, the only difference between you and I is passion. That's it. Most of you are probably more intelligent than me in this room. You are. You're probably more gifted naturally than I am. But what separates us is that I'm moved. I'm intentional and deliberate at the first hour of my day of saying, let's go. So many of you are moving and you're moving on 70% or 80. So what happens to you is you're average or you're good, but you're not great or phenomenal. And if you can find whatever your greatness is and be that consistent. The problem with most of you, listen to me, the first thing is you are moved, but you're not responsible for your move. Everything is external that moves you. Now I want you to start moving yourself internally. I want you to be able to push your buttons. You hear people say all the time, like, yo, E, bruh, I was feeling it, now I ain't feeling it. That's on you. Like, you control your feelings. Don't nobody else control your feelings. So when you tell me I ain't feeling it no more, it don't got nothing to do with something internal, external. It's something internal that you ain't pushing no more. It wasn't the house or the car or the money that pushed you. You pushed you, but you told yourself it was those things. It wasn't those things. Those are inanimate objects. Inanimate objects don't push you or move you. You push you, you move you. So if you're not being moved, that's on you. You're doing something wrong. You're not being able to go inside and push the right buttons. So the first thing is you got to move you every single day. If you get to a point in your day, you down and out. If you get to a point in your day and you exhausted, you get to a point in your day and you're not feeling it, you can stop right there and change the mood. You control your feelings. You control your mood. Don't nobody control your mood. I want you to think about what level you want. Are you giving 90, 80, 70? Let's see what I'm saying for a minute. And most of y'all know me. You know me from where? Like, where would you know me from? Social media. Where would you know me from? Say it again. Social media. Yeah, I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Watch this. I get 120. So I just got up 12 years ago to start getting online. It was a recession at the time. And I saw what was going on in America. I'm from Detroit. GM, Chrysler, Ford went down. People started going to the casinos, shooting themselves, killing themselves. I was like, I got a gift. I'm just going to get online and kill it. Every Monday I would get up. Thank God it's Monday. Kill it. Nike never sponsored me. Adidas never sponsored me. Under Armour never sponsored me. I get up every Monday and get a world something. Then it got crazy. I started meeting people and people be like, yo, E.T., what up? Thank God it's Monday. I'm like, ooh, they feeling this. So then I started doing it every day. And then I started realizing cats is really feeling this. And I started doing it 3 times a day. You wake up and get 3 videos from me. You won't pay a dime for it. That's 120. Ain't nobody paying me, but I'm giving it out. Year after year after year. Boom, commercials. Year after year. Meet like E, I want to put you on my album. Year after year after year. I'm international. Year after year after year. I'm putting in that work. And I wake up one day, and what number am I as a speaker? Am I number 10 in the world? Am I number 5 in the world? Just take a guess what number you think I am. Number 1 in the world. Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar. Nobody paid me to do this. I just got up and gave 120%. And when you give 120, that's what happened. You become number 1 in the world. I want to ask you a question, seriously. What percentage are you giving? So we're going to start here. You're like, yeah, I'm giving 120, bro. I don't got no more to give to Panthers. I gave everything I got. I have no more to give. Like, I really put 120 into this. And do me a favor, don't lie, because we're not giving out no awards for this. So raise your hand if you're giving 120. Like, I ain't got no more to give, E. Good. I see you. I see you, E. I'm giving 100, E. I know I'm just doing at least what Coach want me to do. I'm doing everything Coach want me to do. Good, hands down. I'm giving about 90%, E. I'm gonna be real. I'm giving about 90%. Let me see your hand. Yep, I feel you. I see you. Yep. E, I'm talented, bro. For real, for real. I know I look sweet out there, but I'm probably giving about 80% of my effort. Let me see your hands. I'm giving about 80%. Let me see your hand. 70%. Let me see your hand. All right, let's go back, because I saw some people didn't raise their hand. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So let's go back again. Like, maybe you didn't hear what I said. I said, like, I need you for you, not for me. I need you for you to admit where you are. Because once we go back out, my goal is to come here and take you to that next level. So when I came after 212 and I came back, some stuff happened after the next year and the next year. And that's what we're hoping to happen again. I feel like Coach don't play with me. He bring me in when he know he got a good group, and they just need to make a couple adjustments and they go to the Super Bowl. So let's start all over again. You giving 120, bro, flat out. You ain't got no more to give. Let me see your hand. You ain't got no more to give. I see you. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm talking about that grind. I get that grind. I'm in schools. I'm going to prisons. I'm doing everything I can. And when I go to bed at night, I hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. I hear it. In my head, I hear it. Like, yep, you getting it, son. Let's go. You giving 100%. Let me see your hand. You giving 100%. Good, hands down. You giving 90%. Yeah, I see, bro. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, you giving 80%. Let me see your hand. Good, let's talk real quick. What is it gonna take to get you 120? I need y'all to talk back to me. I got two more things. What is it gonna take for y'all to give 120? What is it gonna take for you to give every single thing you got? What is that gonna take? Well, why aren't you doing that right now? That's the question. I need somebody to help me out. You didn't raise your hand for 120. What is that gonna take? Good, consistency. Good, why is it hard to be consistent? Good, mentally. Right? So we're gonna have to focus on that. Like when you go back, that's why I'm asking the question. So I'm gonna get with Coach. We do some like mental stuff, right? I want to help because you got to be mentally strong. So when I do my videos, like people ain't like E fell off. Where E at? No. Since the time I did it to now, I've been #1 for the last 5-6 years. It's consistency. And so I got to go to bed at a certain time. I got to wake up at a certain time. There's certain things I can't eat, certain things I can't watch, certain things I can't do. You feel me? Why? Because I want this as bad as I want to breathe. Good. What else is keeping us from being 120? Good. It's got to be what? Good. Let's just be real. For some of y'all, okay, maybe you don't want to raise your hand, but for some of you, when you reach the goal, it was difficult for you to set another goal. Let's say it like that. Let's do this. Be honest with me. Raise your hand if you like, yo, E, I had a goal when I was young to get to the league, and I got to the league, and I'm going to be honest. I made it to the league, and that dog, I ain't got that dog like I used to have it when I was in high school or college. Let me see your hand. Just be honest. It don't mean you ain't got that dog. I'm saying compared to when you was in high school and college and you was trying to get here, you might not got that dog like you had that dog then. Let me see your hand. And let me be real with you. I lost 5 aunts to cancer in the last 10 years. My mother-in-law was diagnosed with cancer. They sent her home. She just strong and she outlasted. My wife, MS. Listen to me very close.
Y'all got the gist of it. Something tells me that's it for this Monday. Something tells me that's all that this Monday needed to be. Make sure y'all tune in next Monday, same time, same place.